aber es war jetzt to get it.
It's the rubber bands.
What did you use the rubber bands for? At the
Just
tip of it or at the base?
The base.
somewhere around here to then spring across to the opposing.
Why are we using rubber bands?
Return.
Because we had rubber bands and we didn't have springs. So from here. And then across to there.
Oh, okay.
It might
Sorry,
be-
I thought you said. Oh, I thought you already meant you had springs there. That's a rubber band, not a spring that you just drew as a spring.
Yeah. It
Okay,
might
yeah,
be-
that's fine. Yeah, ignore that. Don't worry. Yeah.
If you're doing this with pneumatics, it would be easy to just have the spring in line with the pneumatic as a turn. So
I've already come up with a design that doesn't need the springs to retract.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have the rubber bands anyway, so it's not an issue. I don't think we need to worry about that part of the design.
So does that mean that we've got a rough idea of what we want to do? Is it?
Yeah, and so I think it'll be this, but this is made out of 3 mil aluminium or um, 3 mil times 2 if it's not strong enough like that. Do we want to do 3 or 4? What do you reckon? Square's bigger. A little box that opens and 4 will take more time.
Oh, wait, sorry. In terms of pedals?
3 pedals or 4 pedals?
For proof of concept, 3 is fine. But if we want to do it actually on that, we're going to need 4, I reckon.
What was your mount like? Did you just hand make that out of aluminium?
No, it's fine.
It's very different.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
Yeah,
high infill, I'm guessing.
I don't remember. I can go. Well, we can
Well,
show you the
yeah.
part tomorrow. It's still in the scrap box. But yeah, it looked something like big hole in the middle.
Do you still have the exact same pneumatic cylinder?
We still have everything that went into this, but the cut aluminium. I think the corners were a little chamfered off, and then on each side.
And the thing gets mounted in the middle. Yeah, I can picture that. Okay, yeah.
So 4 around it, and then one big disc in the middle that was pushed up on.
I think it's probably easier to see.
Yep, I agree.
And then that was a 3D print, which we still have. It's a little broken from memory, but good thing with
That's not bad.
Ideally, we Thundercom after we leave, and then we'll be in the lab tomorrow.
Yeah.
However,
To be a thunderstorm forecast.
according to the Bureau of Meteorology, it will start raining at 5 p.m.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
That seems achievable.
Yeah.
This with rubber bands?
Do we want to cut it up, or should we make it, or what's the next steps?
we can get springs from Bunnings if you want the springs.
I don't think we need the springs.
We have the springs from Bunnings.
The springs will be used for something else. They're for this. Rubber bands around there. Do I do a trip to Bunnings to get those rubber bands, or we'll do like it because we're probably going to need a Bunnings trip tomorrow, so I'll save it for tomorrow, and we'll get the rest of it designed finished today.
My only comment with this is the geometry is going to be fairly tentative. You're going to have to spend a bit of time just really getting it correct if you want it to work.
Yeah. We can 3D print one of these, and we can 3D print the mount and check that geometry that way before we laser cut it.
Yes, but you're still going to have to spend a bunch of time just adjusting things until everything works in CAD before you can even think about starting on prototypes. And we don't have a huge amount of time left to futz around with things.
So you're saying that's the reason not to do this as opposed to using a spring?
Yeah, because a spring we can just rough out the geometry and it will work. If you go this way, you will have to actually spend time getting it right or it will not work. Like the worst thing that happens with this is you have a little bit too much play. if everything goes wrong, just cut a bit off.
I
the back of
probably,
it.
because we have the rubber band around the end, I don't think we need this.
Yeah.
That was more just being careful. But like the furthest it's opening out is probably going to be like, so like it's probably going to be like 60 degrees from vertical.
Hmm.
So we're not going to need this because the rubber band will still have a lot of closing.
Anyway, that's what we did. It worked from memory reasonably well, except for the rubber bands kept snapping.
I'm worried about how good of a moment the
You're putting
How-
60 psi behind this thing. The moment doesn't matter.
okay.
And it just needs to get open, because then you're putting all of that moment through the side of this into the opposing fin.
Hmm.
So the only bit of geometry here is to make sure the piston can get all the way out, and then you're pushing against the side of it rather than, pushing back against the piston.
Sorry, what?
So the way this is set up,
Yeah.
as long as the piston can actually extend and you're not setting it, and you're not leaving it something like this,
Yeah.
you can put as much force into this thing as you want, it will never come out.
As in, make sure that the piston is square with the walls once it's fully extended.
So the only thing you have to do is play with this angle to make sure that this, when the piston comes out, it is at full extension when these
Yeah.
fins
So
are where
can
you
I
want them
sketch
to
it
be.
right now? So that would be like we want that say 60 degrees, random number. So we want these to be like that.
Yeah.
When it's fully extended.
So, and then, so then this inner wall, you want to be horizontal when it's all the way out where you want it to be.
Yep.
Because then this piston has extended fully. You have this here.
I know it's self-locking. Yeah,
Yeah, and it is.
It's a neutral state.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
It's 100% stable. You could take the air pressure off it and it would work. It'll still stay there.
So who wants to take that on? Are you guys interested in handling that now that it's more clear of a concept?
I feel like I believe in your credibility more than mine.
Yeah, check take it on.
Nice.
Did you understand everything they're saying?
No, I came in partway eating bolognese, but
Mm-hmm.
Can you just say eating bolognese? Present makes it less. Less.
I posted this to the video.
I haven't seen the video.
Oh, okay.
It's a similar concept. It's just that we're attaching the claws on it, and we don't need the springs that this had because we have the rubber band.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much just pushing all the claws out, and I feel scared using the band.
Okay, sound.
You just have to get your clip. Push down on the clip.
The tenor
You just have to get
the back change.
Yeah.
It does really nice bend. You just have to get used to it.
I believe.
It doesn't sort of fine line it. You have to.
I already use a fine line.
To make it.
Oh yeah, that's definitely better.
Which is why I recommend.
Yeah. So, sorry, I'm keeping interrupting. When it's closed, it'll look like. Spencer.
Is it top down?
Yeah.
Keep this whole shaft aligned.
When it's closed, it'll probably look like this. With these kind of having a profile like that meets in a point at the top. And it'll be 4 of these. Square pattern. They'll be pivoted probably like they'll be pivoted like there. That's a separate part. And then when this pushes out,
Is there a pencil down?
it becomes
Pencil?
But I can see.
There's a pencil around, but I think we can have it.
We have a Sharpie if you don't mind coming, thanks.
Actually, sorry.
like
I'm not looking at the claw.
this is just a section view.
Yeah.
Chester?
What did you want?
I mean, it's symmetric, so top down sides.
Yeah, and then when it's fully extended, it'll look like that. What was the other detail?
I'm between what generally these targets. So what do we want to keep out? What do we want to start taking back to? You know,
Oh,
So you don't want you're done with sort of mocking stuff up and whatever for right now. It's okay. Or do you, we can keep it under as obviously if it's under. Yeah. I just stuck everything's good to go.
Do we really need to send everything back if we're going to make the place again? Make everything else.
Yeah. As if we start tonight,
it's bad if we move this table inside.
Not sure about the space and probably
It would be compact. Yeah, well, it wouldn't be much space. But I'm just saying so we can keep working through like a small lesson. Because it's not going to get all properly spawned.
I mean like we'll probably move stuff inside. I'm not sure how my parents would feel about this going inside, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll start. Sleep at it. If we move to the lab, then we'll be ready. See more.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
What time's going to be in the lab room?
As soon as the building opens.
Maybe we can early tonight.
Make sure I fill the laptop with the poses.
Let's have an early start.
We done.
I mean, it's
So
not.
is that
Particularly
make sense?
badly, but I mean, it's not.
That may be early.
Thank you.
Loading whatever. Want to open up the van.
Yep. It's already done. I know it does. There's no book that's saying several years of good studies.
Yeah.
More than okay.
For those that are looking for something, it's probably 10 minutes. Like,
I don't think I have anything to do at the moment.
sure you have something to do.
Oh, okay, no, I can work on the, like, finalizing the geometry for the actual L part that rotates around.
Yeah.
And, like, the mounting plate for the motor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to work with. Are you finalizing any details about the elevator, or are you just working on the hours?
Not finalizing just trying to put it all
No one, yeah, no one's finalized actual like mounting points that we can use on the elevator.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, I can start something.
Sorry. Yep.
Yeah, random manual.
Right. Not really be enough space for the bottom of the. There's nothing to. Yeah, there's enough space to run the. That's the.
You want us to load structure option.
I wonder what other teams are going to be like. I wonder what the international level teams are going to be doing with like round intakes and stuff to fully. Yeah.
I think full round intake I feel is so maybe not that unreasonable actually given the geometry.
You just
Are we planning to do any prototypes?
Should we leave any of
I
that?
think prototype might be limited to 3D prints.
Yeah.
If I mean I potentially can start bashing together a prototype for the floor mechanism, but I can also delay it because the cage
Climber.
but I can also delay that very easily because a lot of it is depending on the elevator being done.
So we have a few people that are just working forwards, not really knowing what's happening with the elevator. We need to figure out what's happening there.
I can finalize parts of the elevator if you like.
Yeah. I
So
think
who chose the parts that were bought from Bunnings? Who
Right.
was behind that and
Right.
wanted to do it? Okay, so you
yeah.
so you can already visualize sort of what you want from it.
Yeah.
Can you design that?
Yep.
That would be really good.
Let me just confirm the shape because I'm just putting everything into the field CAD right now, so I can
Yeah.
check to make sure that the dimensions are lining up.
Yeah.
What about the battery?
I'm gonna kind of pack things away. Actually, no, I need to go to Luke.
The circuit is now closed.
Yeah.
It was like something wrong with the battery and clean buttons.
Wait.
It was constructed by students at the end of last year. Oh, that is that. Yeah.
No, some of these weren't students. They were inherited from other teams. Right.
Students.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a spot where that are on student dump.
Wait, yeah, it goes in between.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was looking at it and figuring out like where am I placing this and then putting the battery, and I was looking at it, I was like, where's the battery plug?
Yeah, so we just gotta.
Yeah, it's fine. There's other stuff that
We got other electrodes.
yeah, we also have that other. I think we were considering just using this one because it's already
Yeah, that's fine.
tied up.
Once we get into the lab, I'm sure we have a battery cable somewhere.
Yeah, what else are we
Also
taking?
because
Anything here? Anything?
this one might be a good idea to cut and weave it.
Least insulated.
Yeah, at the very least, wrap it in a lot of electric. Sorry, it was just kind of something. No idea. Maybe. Yeah, I was just looking at it.
Do you have a for okay, it's a big one for one.
I'm now reconsidering this one purely because it does at least plug in with it. This is boss.
Wait, why is that board? Wait, oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry, that's great. I mean, we can always. Does it need to turn on today?
No, it doesn't.
We can just.
This would just be something to do later.
Yeah,
That was something I was confused.
yeah, I mean, we can just switch out just the PvP, right?
Yeah, okay. But the layout for this isn't super specific for ours. So we could also put it on here.
Yeah.
Is it going to be able to fit this a bar out with a locator piece on it somewhere for fun? The inside of the elevator or the fun inside of the elevator.
I'm not sure if our elevator
Yeah.
will be constant
More ideal.
one, but I'll see how we go.
Yeah, the thought on a simple fun is just put a pin locating pin, or put a pin at the bottom of the elevator or something to just gauge it. Yep. And then we just reduce the elevator to position 0 after positioning. Yeah, and that's the easy shallow climb. Yeah, we should be able to do this.
I think we need. I feel like it's this way.
I think it was called by I think yeah, that was following radio replacement. Is it this one up? Yeah. It doesn't quite like this would be something you need. It's not exactly support it. Yeah. Can you put the wood? Or we can have to the wood or something. Yeah, I think we'd probably want to put a pole card section under it. Yeah. Then again, the pole card section will make it annoying to use. We'll probably want to read out. But also that was frustrating because we have things like this where in order to take it out. Well, that's fine, right? Yeah. Like we'll just relabel it. And we'll need to get. We can put some. Yeah.
Well,
I think we don't put stuff in that because it sounds like they're going to be for something that in safety. It's not built.
Boards to start right now.
We've got all of them up here. It's not over there. There's mostly stuff we put on the emails. So, I'm look at this and figure out what's wrong with this stuff.
So do you reckon we drop everything off the lab now and we just leave it in the van for now? Just so it's not outside. Okay.
Because it looked really nice. Like, yeah, but not here. Decently good. When you don't consider the back faces,
maybe just move this undercover.
So it's just like medium chance of showers, so I don't know how windy it's gonna be. I really, because it's not like a severe thunderstorm.
We want to move the reef undercover.
If we move the reef under cover, that's all it'll need. I don't think it's gonna be that windy.
Well, I'm not concerned about wind. I was just concerned. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Over there, over here.
And really, like, we can probably just do it as soon as we notice that it's raining. I don't know.
And to get it on there, we'll need to cut the holes here, and then we'll need to. People were thinking briefly about how the mountain now. Yes. Well, except that because in order to cut it so that you actually make it video. But also, it sounds like
I can go or keep the large over. Either the three of us have.
well, if I can get one of these, you can do it.
Yep. Yes, I will. But you have to go. But yeah, it's like, maybe.
But it's just me.
No, I don't. Take a look at.
Oh.
think that.
Then you need to reprint it because you need it connected. I think what's easy for us to just swap out the wire from this and this. So that was good. Just sort of motivated. Maybe it's
That's why it's very. Yeah.
But in order to put it in this chapter, we can just cut off the part essentially. Yeah. Yeah. Bill said it was fine to cut off like a 17, half a centimeter. Like it's you check this a bit more than 10 minutes. Just over the same. That's only with we push this out. Yeah, do we have to do it again? Oh, look at me.
Exactly. So I can go swipe.
Okay.
I just think it's. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That's the percent. The only problem is.
Are we currently live streaming?
Yes.
Oh.
Like.
Yeah. Cool.
Was there? Do you see a second?
Just a regular USB thing. Because then we can just connect it to the hub and then try things. Yeah, just a regular USB. I trust you with that.
Oh, sorry. Does it help with the unloading? No.
You guys aren't looking for something? You have a cat model to be making. That okay. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Please.
Hello, my name's Jeff.
Oh my gosh, I thought your name was Moose. Ow. Sorry.
Nice.
We should just switch names. You have that closed.
I'll be known as Jeff for the remainder of this live stream. Yeah.
Wait.
That's
Why? I was kidding.
That's true.
Yes. I think there's a yeah, print it stuff. Yeah.
That's a little bit doing it manual way. Any chance I can sit and watch along with you? That seems like a good opportunity to learn. In nope. Bottom line. Still in this person.
You stopped in? I need to be there.
We get those. We did though. Where are they?
Right. Which one's your
The 800s.
Talking.
Yeah, heavy.
They steal. Heavy good. Heavy means stiff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two stage.
Oh.
Get that for free.
Wait, are they actually?
West Coast products? I hardly know.
Do we have another segment?
I hope so.
Oh yeah, there's one on the table.
We already know that, bro.
Not
They're good.
quite.
Yeah, 'cause
they,
all-
they don't actually give us any dimensions. They just say 800. But they
So
don't.
we need a CAD model of this. Do you want me to mock up it?
If you can make a CAD model of these, that would be sick.
Okay.
But I was just going to like make it.
No, I'm not. It won't be super precise, but I'll give you the key dimensions of each slider. Of like the three files. I need something to listen to music to.
Same thing. It's hard to fade.
So do you want a CAD model?
Uh,
This will be my introduction to.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. Is that a shit?
I get it. Oh. Oh, we're gonna have so much extent. It's gonna be great. Love to see it. Are we married to the idea of a?
No.
So I'm thinking straight up validate and really easier to one from the code side, two for us to actually directly get the robot as opposed to having to make like gusset parameters and stuff.
I can do. If you want like a precise angle, we can laser cut a side profile out of ring eye and that'll give oh perfect exact angle.
I'm just not sure we actually need it.
Yeah, yeah. What is that? I think it was causing problems for me earlier.
Yeah, because like here's what I've got so far. And like the current flow from here to here, the required is only like 1.2. But if I take this down to the top, I can fade these to where they need to be. Like we can still grab the ball. Even if we went like that and then brought this whole character to a it's because I'm not grabbing the actual code. We brought this whole carriage assembly up slightly while also not really good. This is what happened when we have constraint design. And we've got pretty good positive control of the board here.
Do you need this to be that long? I have one concern, which is that
For it to get outside of the frame perimeter, yeah.
you're moving the pivot point that I was going to use for this.
Well, not
Actually, no,
necessarily,
no, I can,
because you
yeah,
still mount
yeah,
it to here.
no, okay, I might be fine. Yeah, clean. Put that on. It doesn't really matter where the slider actually is.
Yeah.
What is it? Let me just see how much of it. Because I think that was causing issues for me because when I extend, one of them was colliding while one of them wasn't. I was running into problems because like, no, that's the wrong angle. Let me put this to roughly the right angle. I was running into problems where that collides, whereas that one doesn't. The claw thing is going to be a little bit longer.
Right. Gotcha.
So like at that point, that would be the perfect distance because the claw will be able to connect well. Whereas here, the claw collides before it can connect. So you'd have to drive back. You can't just ram against.
I see what
Whereas like if this is vertical, I don't have that problem because they're both the exact same distance at the same angle. They'll both just work. The only thing that you're changing is the elevator. Makes code teams life a little bit easier. There's one less case you need to worry about.
Yep.
Um,
You're happy for a straight up elevator?
Yeah.
So you're saying?
I'm still a little bit scared of working in on shape. So that's why I'm interested in doing this to get my grips.
Okay.
Because like I just don't know the path from idea to making it.
Yep. Okay.
So spooky. It doesn't have like dark background. Does it have dark mode?
It does, but it's like in beta. Beta dark.
I need my blue sky.
That's right. Oh yes. We have a washing machine in our house if you need to do laundry. It's just
Actually, I want you.
Keith. Do you know if you have a crimper for this kind of thing?
I wouldn't know where it is here with us. I haven't seen one. We probably do in the lab. Yeah, put it on to do the first. I don't know if this set like I don't know, like send this one.
It's gonna see if it's tall enough where we could get it into the net. So that's all.
You reckon it's gonna get like keyboard sounds?
On top of
Contact because the mic that they're using for. Oh, so I want to pull up the live stream. Maybe.
That could be cool. Holy shit. Register there. We keep this geometry as it is, but we have a little thing which is usually tucked behind here that can fold out like that, making a little ramp, which at the maximum throw will let us lob it in the bed.
Wait, what?
That's our maximum extension,
Yeah,
right? With this linkage and these,
that's wow.
right? Not quite high enough to get over here, but if we have like a little snowblower motor with a little
Wait a minute, you just made a two-stage. We could almost do that top thing as well. If I mount my pivot thing on your thing.
up here. Yeah, tensor.
Oh,
It is. Hold on. Goat Cove.
It's not that great. Like if you're doing that.
But also, like,
It would be kind of out from your center of mass that everything's being mounted and motors being mounted and stuff. And like when you go down, it's only going to get further. This is going to be a tippy robot.
it would be hard to keep within the frame perimeter, like the extension.
Oh no, you could just like have the motor like turn, like you just wouldn't, you'd put the coral scorer into a safe position when you're doing algae
Yeah.
stuff, and then you'd. I'm getting distracted. I need to. What's up with the brightness of the live stream? Live stream is really dark.
You could
It's
add
kind
a
of
ramp
reforming
here.
My eyesight isn't.
compared to how bright it's been the rest of the day.
Black levels are completely lost.
It would be so awesome. It could be so cool. That could actually go. Oh, if we added a little fold away, like way ramp here, which like here, we could just whoop into there.
And you saying shoot it into there.
You make it right up, like you create a ramp here with some cut away.
Like,
It's up to like here, and then what happens is it kind of goes up, and then when it comes back down, with just a little bit of energy.
I mean, so it's still a little bit of a shooter.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A lobber, I'd call it.
Lobber.
But that could go. But
No, that
maybe
no.
later.
No. Do you get how many more points do you get for scoring? You get less points for scoring into there than.
No, you get more for scoring it up the top.
Well, you get more scoring it down below, but the risk of also getting your opponent's speed.
Yeah. So it's meant to be typically you're scoring 2 points or you're scoring 4 points.
Yeah. Pretty cool. But that's it. We'll keep working on the
Human player cycle time is going to become important.
Windy.
With how much heat we've had lately, kind of expecting this to be a buster.
But sorry, why are these pre-existing pools not okay?
No,
Those
those are for the. Everything's going to hold. Oh, it's just sit down. Pass you over.
So what I'm going to do with these is that I make a new tab. Right?
Yep. Art Studio. And you can just do it all in there.
So inside of Part Studio, you can also have multiple parts.
Yep.
With mates.
Not with mates. If you want mates, it has to be an assembly.
So I'm going to. Yeah. Right.
But you can.
So I'm going. I'm awake. I'm more awake.
But you can have parts which are derived off of parts in Part Studio.
Yeah.
I'm just going
so,
to
okay, yeah. So I'm going to have one part in each of my Part Studios.
No, you can have multiple. Like if you take a look in Elevator.
And there'll be like a rigid body.
No,
when you
can import them separately. So the idea is you put them in here. You can either import the whole Part Studio or you can import parts from the Part Studio.
Yeah.
But they won't be constrained.
So what I'm just going to start off with making one of these, just one of the three. Right? So in this single part studio, what you would do is you would make all. Would you make all three of these parts in the same part studio? You would.
I'd make them all in the same part studio, and I'd constrain them.
Okay. And then you'd use that assembly also. Let's have a shot at this.
I talked to her about getting the part due for printing. What file format do you want to take? Actually, whose machine is set up with printer parameters? Whose machine is set up with printer parameters?
I
Going into food vault. There is a palette. Do we have? There's also a stand. Well, we haven't seen that. It's like you can stand on it. It's not. Yeah. There's a lunch in the fridge.
How did you set it to fusion shortcuts?
If you go to not, I couldn't for keyboard shortcuts, but you can for the mouse.
Oh, okay, I already did that.
Yeah.
So you have to do it. This is I'll be like shaking. It'll be really quick. Yeah. Yeah.
That is totally. How did this sound? It like.
That doesn't look fun.
I don't know how you do it that way. That seems wrong. I feel like it would need to go.
Could you just put the board on end? Vice over here.
The board like that. It's got a bunch of electronics attached to it. Yeah, we covered it up so that it doesn't get sliced. That's
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of that sort of grip where you're very clearly not stable.
The one where you had
Is there. You just hand. You can hand. We have a hand.
use a power tool.
I'm gonna need to use this. Like it's we can. You can't. We can't put this on something.
Doing it like that doesn't feel like you're going to be able to do it with any sort of control.
If I want to set one dimension to be equal to another dimension, in Fusion, what I do is I click on this and I click on the other dimension. How do I do that in OnShape?
Equal. So you have some level of sketch constraint. So hit equal and then click the two things that you want to be displayed. So like the two. What are you wanting?
I want to make this dimension 2 millimeters, the same as this dimension, like a parameter.
You need to draw a construction line here and then equal the two.
Okay.
The construction.
So instead of using dimension tool, I do it.
I think there's a way to do it with dimensions. I'm just
It just like wasn't.
Oh, I'm pushing on the hoods. That's why it disappeared. This thing got more.
Oh, that's why I have a way first.
How long is that go out for?
800.
Second stage.
Yeah. Looks fairly industrial.
I definitely want to use them in an opposed pair. It's reasonably strong.
Have a fire. We do like. I think it's. Yeah.
It's pretty spooky.
See,
Any more concrete detail on what the result looks like? The code is pretty much just hunting bugs at this point.
Give me a sec. I can show you the current mockup that we have. Here. So. I just lost them. Basically, the idea is this sitting in this carriage, which goes up and down. then this it's angled through as a 4-bar linkage. So this motor will go here on this carriage and drive these with a pulley. That's where we're at so far. Apart from that, it'll take a tank drive, and then we'll have your mechanism sitting on the side of the elevator as well.
What motors are we planning for different things?
I'm hoping to use a Falcon on this, probably a Falcon for the elevator as well.
Yep.
For everything else, I'm not sure. For these ones, maybe 550s if we have them.
We don't have 550s, I can do 775s.
Yeah, 775s. Yep. Sick.
We never got data up into 550s to have all of them swerve.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
I think
close to you feels.
As in for on the top of the robot?
In general, your mechanism, what motors, what mechanisms are you using? What,
On the entire robot.
in your specific little system, what motors and actuators do you need for what?
Well, is it easiest to use a Falcon for the pivot?
So many Falcons going into this.
Yeah. Or what? Because I just the 775 doesn't have an encoder. It's the encoder that makes it a
We
lot
can put
easier.
a 3-bar on,
Yeah.
but that will need to be a your side thing.
Yeah. I can design a 3D print to contain that through board. The older. No, but you can't just put it because it's not a through board. It's a different type of encoder.
Just put a 3-bar on it. If you're
How many
using
through
it-
boards do we have?
If we use, definitely more than once.
Like
No.
the black one that I designed for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we can put one of those on it. Easy. Nice.
So use one of those 775.
I'm cautious though that there is a good amount of torque on this because it will have something on the end of there. We can gear it down.
I'm not worried about 775 having the torque because we've lifted entire robots with 775s.
Yeah. You're worried about a 775 without any encoders.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
always worried about 775s without encoders.
Yeah.
This thermal mass is the equivalent of a P.
I know. I smell.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll use a 775 and an encoder here. This will just be a direct drive with a hub.
It's about here. It's just cautious of saying, "Hey, new team, buy 7 Falcons."
Yeah. No, I understand that. Okay. Yeah. Or should we use a sim?
Sim, you will have to deal with something, get it on normal axle.
Screw that.
At the very least, you'll have to find machine keys, and I don't think the foggiest where a machine key would be.
Okay. Cool. So 775.
Yeah.
775 for this pivot. This is pneumatics.
So when you max onto there, 775, another pair of 775s for your wheels, and 2 Falcons for your pivot and the elevator. Is that all we're currently planning? I think so.
Fine.
Yeah. Has anyone thought about how we're keeping?
No, what
climate
about?
on?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
About fun.
Yeah. Have you thought further about that?
I haven't looked on the specific restraint mechanism at the bottom. I've been kind of leading that off because I feel like that's probably something that will be fairly easy to retrofit to the climber when we get it done. And
So all we can really say is, at the end game, hit this button.
yeah, well, so my idea is that move up there, like you get it moving up, and then you just get it to pull down, and then once it gets once it bottoms out, it engages the restraint pin.
Yeah.
And the restraint pin could also be actually quite useful for transport.
Yeah.
So
The only thing with restraint is it can't be like it goes down and it triggers a.
No, that's I agree. with that, it has to be a separate software trigger for the pin.
Yeah, it can't be a mechanical. We are now down, and we are never going back up.
No, but otherwise we're never going up at the start of the game. Yeah. No, it's a software read of confirm that the slide is all the way down.
Yeah.
So that there's alignment, and then hit the pin. Yeah. So probably just tack the limit switch on at the bottom. And realistically, I think probably just could even just do some start it with some aluminium sheet on the side of the climber and just have that so that you line up some holes and put the pin through there. Yeah. The only thing I'm concerned about fitting in with the climb is just exactly where we'll fit the climbing mechanism, but I'm aiming to keep it fairly small, both because the thing we have to climb is small. It's small. It's about a foot. No, not even a foot square. I think I think it's about either 130 or 180 mil.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Let me load this up and the measure button. Yeah, so this is the base of the cave. Yeah, getting the bars is the intended solution for people who are doing deep cage, but we're not. That hole in the center is about 70. Sorry, no, it's 76, 3 inches exactly. 3 central hole. And then the edge to edge is I think that's 210, so 8 inches across.
More like that.
Yeah, so 8 inch. So we've got an 8 inch effectively, 8 we can get up to 8 inches of engagement. With that, I'm putting a locator piece in so that we can just line the locator up with C of G. And then as long as we've got a sufficiently long hook that we can hook over that, which my thought for that is just 300 mil cube.
So we can just do something simple like run a 90 mil bolt through the end of it. So it's just a bolt through.
Bolt through the end. I'm thinking for that central hole, because I'd like to be able to locate somewhat accurately and being able to print the parts though. Like we can just zip tie on. We can potentially look at restraining it more later, but the zip tie one will be useful for planning bounces.
Getting everything perfectly balanced. Yeah, on that, we build it or just
I think we can wait the robot later because we're running a fairly. So far, it looks like we're running a lightweight enough frame. That's 1, 2 is not like the tank drive base is going to do a lot of work for us in getting the center of gravity fairly useful. Plus, we also have a bit of ability to control CFD by moving the. They're more just so. Although we also need to look at yeah, we'll see.
So that I think it's
Maybe being more optimistic in assuming that we can waste the best assumption.
Just
it's lined up.
So I'm in circular pattern. How do I change the center of the circular pattern to the center?
You drag it.
Cool.
Is it right in the bottom of the robot? Are you going to put it all the way at the top? And
No, I think it'll be right at the bottom. We'll do
so
over.
you're planning for something.
Minus the biggest.
Planning for it, yes. Currently cabinet.
One was looking beautiful and great.
What's the section of the Yeah, I just couldn't think about because 20 mils common and the things.
I can easily lay my hands on 20 square and 25 by 50. We might have some 25 by 75, but that would be
25 square, 2550 is going to be plenty good. I think for this.
both purposes similar people.
Yeah.
We can move it like.
It's worth saying something you can bend by hand. Nine.
That's 25, 75 ends.
Yeah, I think that 20 that would definitely
Okay.
Means to an end.
Yeah, that's the. We're just trying to figure out that we have something.
Oh yeah,
that
this
can
is
fit.
nice.
This is one that's good.
Yeah, it's the one that we stole from the studio. They didn't leave a space for that. But no, we disconnected it. So, the original is over there. It was right connected to that. Placing a circuit. One sec, please. The other one. The other one was one.
Oh, it's good. It actually labels where the circular patterns are.
But it was like one. This was the crimp has been taken off. It was the crimples.
I really hope someone didn't actually do that intentionally.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately.
Is there a slot sketch mode?
Yep, it's next to offset. So if you drop down
Yeah.
offset,
Oh, okay. Oh, so you just make a guideline and it works.
Yeah. I just steal it. Like I'm not even working. I just go into people's houses. Yeah, but like it ruins one to yeah, and then the actual ruler stuff.
Yes. This it's under this one. It needs to go under that one as well. Back.
Which?
That's
They can, yes.
Yep.
Unless they're still being used, then yes.
I don't think we're using them now. The what? No, actually, we should just sand it. Is that gonna have enough room for holes? What are we all of these things? Yeah. It doesn't have to line up temperature. It's a tile. Yeah, but the structural integrity of the hole is there gonna be enough? Yeah, we can always keep one of those. No, that's probably don't want to have fingers. Yeah, you don't want to have fingers. Do it. But it's still.
so if I take both of them, there.
So that's the
Oh, the room, very important.
well, the room we
Yeah,
were doing
same.
something around here.
Keep the mini bot. Bill, do you want us to take the mini bot back, or you want to keep
Up
it?
to you. I'm not using it.
Anyone want it here?
No, it's all.
I think so. Yeah.
You guys want to keep this battery? Testing?
One battery.
Yeah, I'll take this as well.
Keith, do you need any assorted power tools? We'll take it to the lab. No?
I don't think I need them.
So we are the Frank.
How do you enter an expression?
Not the bad. The
How do you enter an expression in inches? So I'm trying to put 5/8 inch.
but I thought about it.
I
No times.
instead of okay.
But you need them.
That needs to double thread. That's all.
You can take. We've got that. These are the other link.
Isn't the motor the thing with the spikes?
It is, but that's kind of unavoidable. So instead, I'm kind of working. So if I grab this,
So the motor couldn't just go.
unless I'm risking this whole thing, which I can do, I just would not avoid it.
What do you think?
What am I doing? These trips. Does not have a whiteboard that requires us to take apart the entire robot base. We're just taking the bolts off the turbo. And the thing is, the turbos are turbo and not hex nuts. So
You sound like this right now.
one more bolt, bro. I swear. I can go anytime. I can go anytime. It's fine.
That's one of the end. You just gonna
One more lane, bro.
Disassembling.
I think the end ones were fine. It's the middle ones. Maybe the one.
Reminded me that I was and ended it. It ended one night of it talking to a Yimby. One of the guys in Canberra, Yimby, their pro-development group. Yeah.
Is also the one that told me a train so.
Yeah.
Which seems a bit like yeah. It sort of seemed to be like, you know, okay, pot and kettle, but
Did you end up cutting off?
I mean, there are some weird what if they just open space again? They just need that in their brain. Theoretically.
Where are they, Ken? Are they? That feels like something that, in terms of cities, could only exist.
Although, I mean, there are some weird rich people in Sydney who want to get rid of some of the trains to
we should just
Quicksilver for
Okay.
lock them away.
Don't worry. Don't worry, do that.
Yeah, I know.
It is. I think they're already mostly in the northern beaches because that's why there's no train in the northern beaches.
What?
Question.
Yeah,
Is the
unfortunately,
live stream audio?
yes.
So they're hearing you talk about Sydney Northern Beach.
Oops.
Great job.
Exactly unknown.
Don't worry, we only have like one viewer.
Yeah, but you realize I think it is going to be paused.
Yeah, the mic is
What?
It should be like recorded. We can just, I guess, slice up with recording. If you guys
Get rid of the controversial discussion.
It's one more bolt, bro.
Are you doing this?
No.
Can we take it?
Sure. You could. No.
Just one more bolt. Can you close this up?
The full audio for the That's the title of the
If you want to make it cursed, one more rivet.
I love rivets. What are you talking about? Rivets are great.
Assembling nothing, removing everything.
Just drill it. It's so easy. It's so
Pop rivets, you can punch them.
Probably it's a bit hard to if you can't get to the other side of them though. And that's normally the use case for rivets. If you want to like
was the solution in fact one more bolt though?
Well, we don't even need to mark it's not. It doesn't need to enough.
How on earth did they decide the spacing of these holes?
yes.
Like, it's not metric or imperial rounded,
Vibes, bro.
and it's not even. I don't think it's even the same between them. Like this is say. Wait, no, I'm gonna do it in those. Maybe this is 13. This is 16. Oh, I found it!
There's probably a standard there.
Wait, no, this one doesn't make sense. But then this one. 13 again. Okay, I got it. No, don't worry. Ignore my yapping.
Yapping bad.
Anyways, I guess I'll create another pivot.
You just mount it on the super system. That when I said anyway. I did removing videos of the not on the station.
Pretty good. Question is, will it fold? Will it blend? No.
Is it possible to do transform but turn on make copy?
Maybe, I'm not sure. But that's
This is your linear pattern.
so that was just short extension. Yep. If you look here, it's colliding with the motor, 3 days. You go. Oh, whoops. It's not completely horizontal. If I go completely horizontal, like a horizontal blade.
Which one the bumpers is?
I don't actually know how thick our bumpers are going to be. Does anyone? Any bumper aficionados?
Behind you. What do you need to know?
How thick are our bumpers going to be?
As in depth? I think it's meant to be 3.5 inches.
3.5 inches?
Yeah, because it's 1 inch for wood and then 2.5 inch for noodles.
We're good.
Oh,
But it's 8 inches away, which is way too far. What's the minimum distance? Yeah, same. Thick? Sick. We're so fine. We're so back. You can go right there. How are we doing on this?
Question on how we're actually arranging mechanisms.
Mhm.
So algae mechanism, is it on the same side as the coral thing, roughly laid out so if you grab an algae you can then put a coral on? Will I need to turn round to do something else?
We're not sure of the geometry. It should be that the coral mechanism should be able to go side to the other. Shouldn't have to turn around at all. For the algae mechanism, you will have to turn around to get to the process.
But like, can I drive forward, grab an algae and put coral on at the same time, or am I going to have to grab a coral, grab the algae, spin the robot around, do something, and then put coral on?
You should be able to do it just straight up, but it might require us to go out and readjust the elevator. When
But I should be able to do it without getting rid of the algae.
we're hoping so.
But not every L3 hit in the board, meaning the autonomous trooping needs to clear a ball before it.
Yeah.
Unless I want to score for that box.
Yep. Don't worry, we'll get 5 points. I believe. Yeah. The words of Smashman, I'm a believer. Thank you.
Dude, that's such a
You're
big
talking about
call.
Disney, what do you think?
Indian miners is such a unique call.
Dude,
He's,
DreamWorks
he's
is
referring
not Disney.
to
The company specifically created it.
Good point. Good point.
Nick doesn't know his Disney DreamWorks drama lore. Nick, I'm very sorry.
Thank you, Justin.
Around this song.
worry about like the peace of the free world. So.
It's Disney. They could very well have an agent.
Can't they like legally kill you if you like, get a copyright strike or something? Is that a thing or am I hallucinating?
It's not. It's you can't sue them if
You
someone if you die. Yeah.
If you die in Disney World and you signed up for Disney Plus, you
Yeah.
can't sue them for dying. Your next of
family.
kin can't sue you. Yeah, because they signed up for Disney Plus.
Great life. Your husband cannot sue you for that.
Well,
Anyone
sue
else?
them, but dying.
Yeah.
You, probably, but your parents don't. You've got to have at least one person in every family unit that hasn't personally signed the Disney Plus terms and conditions.
This doesn't. I forgot. Then no one can sue.
Today in we live in a perfect dystopia.
This is a civilian navy fleet, civilian fleet, so it's not that far. Put cannons on one of their massive cruise ships, and then they have a navy, and then
Yeah.
it's our problem.
Could you imagine?
They have security guards on there.
Could you imagine? It's World War III. You're staring down the barrel of a torpedo, and in the background, all you hear is
It's the whole Pepsi nuclear submarine thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Pepsi had a navy.
Pepsi not just had a navy, Pepsi had a nuclear powered navy.
What world do we live in?
Yeah.
But not the Pepsi Navy.
Why are all of these common knowledge?
So Pepsi, I can't remember which country.
Russia.
Oh,
It was the Soviet
yeah,
Union.
Russia didn't have money, but they wanted Pepsi. So they traded a bunch of their old naval vessels to Pepsi in exchange for Pepsi.
That's right.
Because the Navy's worth like
Yeah, and so for a little while, Pepsi had a functioning, like very
Functioning might be a
lethal-
strong word.
a seaworthy because it got far enough for that traveled far enough for them to scrap it. Navy,
Yes.
including army.
possibly excluding it. At least I hope so.
Welcome to the adapter.
So for those on the live stream, we really hope you're enjoying learning about Pepsi lore. It is. We're educating the children.
We're not cutting very deep on the Pepsi lore yet. I'm happy to keep it.
How do you measure?
You click on two things and it'll show it in the bottom. of the
Okay,
screen.
yeah, it's like solidly.
That one.
Square bracket.
I had the same question earlier.
Why do things keep selecting? How do I escape isn't doing anything?
You have to double click on the background. It's a one thing I don't like about it.
This is what I'm reinstalling Inventor.
Wait,
Keep going.
is the jaw not perfectly 800 mil?
Wait, is it even evidence? Code monkeys.
This is calling it 800.005.
What is? Do you have a separate model
Past video too.
of this? Oh, that's a rounding error, I'm guessing, because I made it at 800 mil
You
extrusion.
know, when you select 2 points, it'll get the Euclidean distance between them.
Oh, you
You need
didn't
to
select two
click-
lines or like two faces. Okay. that's
Yeah,
fine.
You didn't select two things that are parallel, so you've got this tiny
Yeah.
So that is a good lesson right there.
They may not have been properly coplanar with the plane that you thought you were measuring them.
This is right.
Well,
Yeah.
all my oh man, I wish I found a smarter way to
Oh, yeah.
do this.
Do you want a hand?
So I wish I could just do these all to the same datum, but like because I don't know how to copy stuff and like rigid group all these together, like I don't want to remake this detail every time. So I want to try and use some sort of pattern for it. But I can't use a pattern because all the distances are different. So what I've ended up getting is like drift in all my dimensions, and this should be 126 it should be 727, but it's 721 in CAD.
That is
Yeah. Well, I've never looked.
so are they all? Is it possible to set to make them all copies of that one and then use a known offset between just using the first one as a datum
Yeah.
instead, perhaps, rather than using the previous one as a datum consistently and chaining it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So looking at the assembly, how do you select the full
So now this is all
the full
You just select it, but then it'll figure it out based on the constraints.
so
It's just the.
It may not work out. But I'm in the
Just
middle
those
of
other
the
disrespects.
So, what did it? All right, I'm just undoing.
Yeah. I'm kind of done. The fact that so when you like this one's hot. But it's not connected to anything. Yeah, it's not connected to anything.
I don't know.
Good month is better. Well, there's nothing in here. It's nothing.
Yeah, but like it's powered on, so yeah, wiring can be weird and remote. So it's powered on. I'll put it on over. Should have to plans. Yes. That's all the word. Yeah. Was large?
Fixes it.
Wait, what is this? That's the at the top. At the top. Okay, yeah, all good.
Good. Oh, good.
You want to sing it to the whole
Thank you for that riveting.
So why is this
Musical.
one 128? So I was right initially. What are these numbers?
The arts. Oh my god.
This is so dumb. This one. Was this one actually 130 then? Was I hallucinating? Wait.
You want me
It was
check
too good to
that
be
in?
true. That's why my things were messing up.
Want me to check that
Give,
in?
no, give me back. I know what I think I know what I did now. With
This
this,
is the way that it
I was too optimistic. I made I rounded something. This one is 160, but it's just a coincidence. I was the people that designed this. Great human beings.
I've said exactly that about people who developed a certain piece of software.
Yes, we have a pen. FYI, I'm loving learning about the Pepsi lore.
Which server is this?
This is in the big first.
Oh, great. So we do actually have people that are watching it. Oh, no.
Jade has just said, FYI, I'm loving learning about the Pepsi lore. Thank you, Jade.
The number of notifications.
back.
It's stressful.
What?
Look at that! Those aren't notifications, those are just unread messages. They're different.
Unread messages in non-muted channels.
It's fine.
How can we live
Unread
with
is
this?
different to notifications, but I've also turned off the unread banner on the app in the toolbar, so that they can exist without annoying me.
So you've essentially muted the channels without muting the channels.
No, I still get pings, and I can still see them when I'm looking at Discord, but I don't have the little red circle on the app in the tray.
Okay, so you haven't turned off the little white notification dots.
No, just the red circle.
Yeah, see, Bassie's entire Discord is just full of white notification dots. It's so fun.
It's fun systems. I understand that some
So
people do
fun.
that, however, I disagree with
No,
that.
It's like people who has
That's-
1,000 tabs open instead of and just keep them open rather than bookmarking things.
You know that's also me, that's unfair.
So I can cut with an
Okay.
extrude,
No,
right?
it didn't matter.
Do
So
that.
you once
Yes,
you
extrude's
live
normally done.
like this. Also, why do you not use bookmarks?
Because like SolidWorks.
Because
SolidWorks.
You know, You can bookmark all open tabs to a folder. And you can right click a tab and go open the tabs.
Yeah, but what if I forget?
SolidWorks RSI mode because everything has to use a mouse. And I like the zoom on a trackpad in SolidWorks is just like completely broken.
Yeah, I can hit Control Shift T.
Yeah, you
to
actually
bring
use
it
it
back.
for 1130. I think balances.
Get so much around.
I used
I mean, I was able to learn it in the end. I finished the exam like.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
100
Yeah.
gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Load all
I didn't
different-
have
It's
any
sucky,
more
but-
time. I had.
But I only have 64 gigs on this.
However, I also
Yeah.
finished the course and
But it's also 15.
went back to using Inventor because Inventor was nicer,
Physically.
and I have been rewarded for that with a job that uses
Ben
Inventor.
is currently using 10 gigabytes. 10,
Jesus
10 and a half
Christ.
gigabytes of RAM.
VRAM?
With what?
No RAM.
What? SketchUp. On scope.
And
No,
then
just
there's
everything.
So what's the total? So that's the stuff in memory. What's the total virtual memory allocated to it?
Okay, so that's how long it's taken me to make one piece of this. Oh my god. That's bad. I blame it on the bad design of this.
to the
That's yeah. So that's why I needed to make sure I got these holes right.
Do you want me to
Okay.
to the actual frame?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe what?
The full pattern on this side is. I know it looks more reasonable. I'm getting excited.
Oh boy.
So how do I make a new part in this file now? Sketch and then extrude.
You can sketch, extrude, and when you hit extrude, there's options along the top. So there's new, add, remove, and intersect. You want new, and it will create a new part.
Yep.
If you try to extrude something which isn't already attached to another part, it will automatically go to it. But
Yeah, okay.
did you just put it in the?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And just yeah, so I forget doing the attachments for that sort of thing. Is a good way to start.
It is. Good stuff.
Okay, let's get this on account. Our campus.
The communist calipers.
They're silver, not red.
We're good on that. Next time I figure out how to mount this entire thing with drivetrain. I should finish off the add effect actually. Okay. Oh, yeah.
This, yeah, it what is the big problems as well? I have small, like a really tiny blackness. I think so. Yeah, that would also be helpful for the ISO. Yeah.
Oh, look how much rain there is, yeah.
Yes, there's good. Yeah. What was wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, probably should.
I remember having such a fun time getting to teach students all the 4 ways you can measure something with a caliper.
Hmm.
And they're like, it's crazy.
You get fractional inches. Verniers aren't always too. Although you might. I have two tier level calipers. One is the one that
Do you need
the other.
help?
the-
Do you need to go through this way? Why are you going through that way? Okay. That's not very undercover.
It's better than it was on the grass.
I'm just saying you're better off just like putting it there.
But we're working there.
Oh. That was you.
Yeah.
Bless you. Bless you.
So bad.
Hydrate or dehydrate, please.
Hydrate. Yeah.
Hydrate or dihydrate. Love it.
Question is, when an Edwards equation with string goes up, will it be called just one more bolt or hydrate or dihydrate?
We still have 2 days left.
The Pepsi naval dot MP4.
I like the
The dot MP4. Thank you. Oh, I just got my phone bill. Of a phone that's single-handedly keeping the Grapple Robotics website up and running.
Nice. I wish I could just like immediately know all the better ways to do things than what I'm doing.
Yeah, it do be like it do be like that.
Maybe it's the journey.
Really? I'm so excited. So full of energy for the journey into shape. Oh, I didn't set it as coincidence. I'm sorry.
You need to be vertical with you. Yes, and you too. Look at you, so happy to meet each other. Close is just to that. Find out. I probably shouldn't be worrying about this middle piece. 8.5. But it's like, it's nice to try and learn something and feel safe. Total is 16.5. And this is 16.17. Okay. Cool. Say that this is 12.5. Bam. Excellent. Professional. Yeah, I'm a SolidWorks qualified professional.
Certified on Look at it, it's only 30 degrees. Wow, so cool.
All the American viewers watching.
You must be freezing. Yeah.
American viewers should be asleep. This is some bad behavior. You could affect your sleeping schedule and not grow your brain properly.
Which boss?
You know what we should do? We should get like. Does anyone remember like it was time to go to bed because Fat Cat came on TV? No? Or was that only a WA thing?
Can we take one of these?
Let me show you. You knew it was time to go to bed because this would come on TV. Not that.
For US, is it like horror content?
Yeah, apparently. His zip line on the bridge.
Because you can't go anywhere.
Yeah. This is how you knew it was time to go to bed. Fat Cat would go to bed.
You know, ABC.
This
Why is it so light?
see, look, he's so sleepy,
It's like Pickle and Hoot, but
and that's what you'd see, and then you'd know that's
Good news. Go to bed.
because he goes to bed at like 7 o'clock.
he's a cat. He needs a lot of sleep.
It's true. Seriously, was that only a WA thing?
Strong possibility.
I guess. Jade, if you're still watching, you're from WA. Do you have Fat Cat still? Okay, chat, nobody clip that.
So
Thank you. Yes, someone remembers Fat Cat. God bless.
I'm so glad someone is paying so much attention to the screen.
Yeah,
That's delightful.
great. They're not getting any actual robot talks out of it, but they're learning about Fat Cat.
You think
That's
they watch Linus for the tech tips?
I mean, I'm used to watching for the tactic.
When there were tech tips?
There aren't anymore. What's the point then?
Marketing?
That's
To some extent.
Doesn't he have like 300 employees for running a YouTube channel? or something?
No, he has 100 and like... He has over 100 now.
That's still like 100 too many.
pretty nice.
That's 100. That's 100 people who have to explain to the tax office, yes, it's an actual job. That's true.
They have pretty good retention. Do they pay him more than exposure?
Should be metric because in Savage.
Americans feeling it as savage by your kind words.
Just have to be Savage.
What is? I wonder how many people are watching our stream. It doesn't even show up when you Google it, so I have no idea.
Womp womp.
Oh, that's right. Here we are. Oh, I love how the picture that is us eating ice cream.
I did the verification for that on Friday, so the only reason I can think for the 24-hour timeout is maybe just so that you can't do your first stream at the drop of a hat.
They want people to think.
Fair enough.
Jade, if you have your volume boosted, you'll want to turn it down and then just start to.
I wonder how our friends are doing.
I talked to Mitch, who was the main person who did the thing.
This is what he said. Well, then why do you not making that? Yeah, that's kind of a bit.
You ready?
That's fine. It's
Game pieces. If we want to go the game piece only, then we can just like. The biggest concern is the 3D. The 3D print is what scares me. All of the metal parts, yeah, all of the metal parts will be fine. The piston will be fine. But the 3D print is very good for that.
If you're happy with the design, we can just keep going.
Well,
Do the CAD.
what's the design? And is there stuff that we can look at recreating out of metal?
First, we can do the CAD. See.
Yeah, probably better make sure we're tilting. I think we are, but you know. Okay.
And like if there's too much stress on the parts, you can just keep increasing the diameter of the whole assembly so you can have a larger moment.
Like on top of the robot, not even.
Or like add a. I don't know how you can't add wheels on the end of the piston. I'm just trying to think about ways of reducing friction on the piston because the contact area is very small. When the piston's pushing the stuff out.
And you can have wheel on the end of it. You just need to then make sure that that lines up with what you're intending on doing it.
I extended the.
You can also
You can like 3D print a little thing that goes on the end of the piston just so that it's pushing from the middle and not from the very edge where there's a sharp radius. As in like for the radius of the claw, instead of being pushed from here by the edge of the piston, you can have it. So to begin with, there's a 3D print that pushes it from.
Can I
Give
see
it a
the
bit.
design you have right now?
I'm not designing. It's meant to be Alex. That's why I was keen to have him.
Okay.
The best part about two truths and a lie is that you can just tell three lies, and there's no way for them to stop. Yeah. Yeah, I've been to the moon.
Lonely. You don't want to go there.
Yeah, you can only eat so much cheese before you get over it.
You can only eat so much cheese before you die.
It's inside of me there are two.
I mean, you need to bring, like, as the noble Wilson Gromit told us, you need to make sure you bring plenty of crackers.
That's true.
Cracker.
You've got a whole moon to eat.
I need to not forget the crackers.
Yeah. There are many local people who will eat it anyway.
Yes.
I can't believe those people are in the room with other people. So inconsiderate. Yeah.
What are you talking about? That's why the Americans have a constitution. Their right to free
Cheese.
cheese.
Free cheese for all!
If they amended their constitutions so that you could have free cheese, I would probably move them.
So easily swayed.
If the Americans modified their constitution. Yeah, government support.
Sir, you're mandatory cheese.
That is true.
I counted it upside down, dumbass.
Great thing, you're in a pop studio, it doesn't.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, do we?
Yes, projecting is the name.
Yes, can I help you? May I supervise?
Here's is the goal so far. An elevator, using those, with a 4-bar wing. The idea is it starts up the way, and like you can rotate this out for it to. Oh. Yeah. Come in.
All right. Okay. There you go.
And also up to here, which is within our maximum extension. And what's really cool is that if you look, they're only here 1.5 meters, so it's still under the maximum throw of those.
Are you concerned about tip or no? Really?
Nah, really. We tip, we add more balance. But if you do this all the way up, and then we increase this to our maximum extension, is there any that's the point. Little deployable ramp. But yeah, this is a good starting point, and I think we can easily go to teams and be like, hey, this is a starting point. If you want to add one more set of draw slides, make this 2-stage.
Yep.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Well, it is all we're ready for. We want to make it a 4-stage.
Sorry? Snowfest over there.
And Keith, you're working on the fake.
I'm playing in CAD. Oh no, this isn't the intake. I'm just catting the slider. I am being useful. Mr. DeWitt. Mr. Romano. Mr. Romani.
Mr. DeWood Volunteer of the Year.
It showed up and
Mentor of Emu. Mentor of high voltage.
Yes.
The high voltage. Mentor of Joey's. Volunteer of the Year.
Mr. Supreme Leader.
Mihirungs member.
logo.
What?
Finalize the logo decision.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, any if you need any adjustments, I can get
I
that.
thought we agreed. It already looks cool.
I haven't seen it yet.
Which one?
Is it on the
On the-
Facebook?
Okay, I take it we haven't agreed.
I'm yep, like I'm happy.
All I see in chat is the photo of us eating this.
Fine. Not all of them were.
Yeah, all I see is a photo of us eating.
I keep going up.
You only see what you want to see.
Yeah, true.
SMAs.
The, that's
Ooh. Those are really cute. I like those.
It's Fox interviewing. All right. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I was looking at the cameras.
Okay, I need to be on the team. Now, in Fusion,
No, that was
I can do this from one file into the other really easily. How do I do it from here? And it was sketch protection.
The bottom left corner, I find right less. But that's I think the bottom right corner one is like
More of an angle.
These two angles. Yeah, I like it.
I think I like the one as a bottom right there though.
Keith wants that one to have a little bit more evil eyes.
No, I was talking about more moving the hat.
Yeah.
Because I think like I like the way it looks, but it's like skewed to one side. So if you put it as a logo for anything, it kind of looks a bit odd. Whereas like if you move the hat up, I think it like weights it a little bit better. Okay, so I want to wait if I if you select then it's like oh through it.
forget that.
Constrain points to be construction.
Yes, I can pace between things.
construction line's red because it's over-defined. You've defined two constraints which work.
Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, I need to break that.
Scans. What you can do is exit out of sketch. Delete those sort of things. Show you.
Yeah, I think
How do I constrain this all together? No, that's
What we're going to do is we're going to constrain this.
use.
So move it out of the way. So if you scroll down here, you'll see that
Use. What?
Is that the main?
Sounds like it would be cool. But I could understand it. I don't understand what's happening.
Can you do it, please? Please.
Yes, I don't want to go through and restrain all these. I shouldn't need to.
Yeah. Let me show you. So. Degrees. So we can move it this way. Yep. This way. Nope. So you planar made it. That means
I want to move this to
that-
there
yeah.
without it messing up everything because this is like make the move tool. Move to the principal. Any? Why is that? Oh, I need to like.
Right, and that reduces our stuff.
Guys. Will you forgive me if I center it by hand?
distance. Here, can you do
Constrained, so as soon as I try and move any of it, you go all wonky. Should I just try and constrain it?
Yeah.
It's like
We can do it again.
dimension, but I don't do that for every single one.
I would constrain one relative.
So I could like rigid group a sketch and then copy the sketch.
Yes, you can kind of do that by constraining the sketch relative to each other part.
Put it here.
How can I?
That doesn't.
So is it like the sketches group?
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
they're blue.
I'm gonna look through right click. I was suggesting moving that up and to the left a little bit, and then trying to
Little triangle shape.
yeah.
Can we
It's just a guess.
also add red to the horns?
Like blood on the horns.
I think that can help because I also
Yeah.
the initial thought of it
Like-
being kids.
I mean, we could make the whole thing red. I've got black for the bumpers.
Well, no, but
There's something about having two colors in it.
just for the actual
That'll
like,
have some sort of
digital-
extra outline at the base of the horns might help.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a white outline.
Or-
Because
or-
it does look like
yeah.
They look more like ears and horns.
Yeah, that is my.
So what,
my
what you all like horns?
or no more
And this would be
separated to indicate that they are not a part of.
Like it could have like a white outline, like it does
Yeah.
with the next to first one.
Yeah.
Facing cat difficulty. Need music.
Flip it off and move those to this.
I think that's what you want. Yeah.
Like triangle. Like The insect? Yeah. E is B. You said hexagons are the bestigons, so it says. But it's also something a bee. Have you seen a beehive?
Hold it.
They communicate by
Go down to the bottom. We'll get a measurement between this edge and the center.
very basic. If I write down something, that is a form of communication, is it not? There's still communicating with the
Eight, 7, 5. It's the making noise. That's 5 for that slot.
yes, because that's a sound.
We'll take that.
I'm saying
That means our elevator tools. Sketch.
yeah, exactly. Thousands of years in the
Take that from the bottom there. So
Alright.
from here, we'll project
Yes.
this view. What that does is it takes this geometry and projects it on.
So did we want red horn?
We hit view for project. And yep, it projects that into the sketch. If I hit Shift S to get a point, I can actually snap it to the midpoint of that one. And then I can have another point. I can use V to say that these two are vertically in plane with each other.
Let's do
In that measurement that I got before.
horn.
So how did you get back into the
Second version.
I just pasted it.
So,
Copied
As
it.
in-
black and white with
Oh,
a little
D.
bit of colour.
For
Yeah, because we don't have a moment for that, but
do that.
Yeah.
Grab the hole.
I think we still have that.
Make this an empty hole thing.
Horns
We'll say that it goes to
the terminal.
this space. Like that. We've got one hole in there now. So I can come to my assembly and say so
Engineering
You're from lots.
My monitor has ones that look exactly like sneakers, but it's big enough. Oh, guys. I think
These are actually more comfortable.
like it looks like this. Oh yeah, I've had those.
Okay, so
there we go. So I can make here this center point. I can make that to going on the outside. Okay, we'll come here and we'll just duplicate that feature over here.
Like
Sketch, use that. Up to this space. So back to the elevator assembly. Could see in a sec, it's clear right here.
yeah.
Right here. M mate. I highlight this space and then hit shift. It will allow me to select those center points. Yeah.
Bending them up.
Two. Like so. Now what I can do is that now that these two are rigidly connected to each other, I can go to here and I can go edit in context. What that'll do is it'll allow me to edit it. Everything's projected onto it. Take away. Cool. So now I can go here. I can hit. Or I can create a sketch.
You want to provide feedback for this? Number one, leave the room, Joshua.
You change go here. I'll go use the outline. You can also use these if you want. I'm going to use thin slots.
So now we can't like mount the five blade connector anywhere except like really close to the floor.
Oh, that's why you can.
Yeah. It's gonna like solve yeah. But as it is, it was just like
What this also does is it means that as this sketch containing that draw slide changes, this derived sketch will automatically update as well. So I can come to here, I can go bonk, go back into that sketch, and I can finish off by drawing a line between these two. You know, Shift S for between them.
The next thing you guys might want that is
So
they should be yeah, it's great. Yeah, they just they go sit like the traditions what we have.
I can pull up the documentation for it if you want.
Yeah.
And
Just because if you want to try to do actual autos,
and then we come through here.
yeah, it was
Get our handy dandy hole tool.
using this.
And select up to
oh yeah.
where the pin sets up. So another cool thing that you can do from here. So if I come out of here,
Bounce. Your boss has like a whole I don't know which version of the parts it is. Not the version. There's not which version of 6. Yeah, I think you need to add I'm saying it's a neat and easy rule. No, it doesn't.
what do you notice about the sketch?
It's
It's symmetrical.
symmetrical.
Right. What that means is I can take this mirror,
That
I can say mirror features, and click on those holes that I just created. And I can select the mirror plane, which will be here. The other side feature. Sometimes it doesn't like it. Okay, no, you can't.
They like if you've had connection issues, power issues with Rio, that's what
We did, but then we just switched it out.
it doesn't have this.
When you paste, is there a way to paste and not have it go right where your mouse is?
Not that I know of.
No, because basically
So there's no way to like copy and transform and keep it in the same axis.
Saying that wasn't.
Yeah.
Issue.
Yeah.
because they're not allowed to
Techniques we can go at this point, but we say no. That's why I said I'll stay respectful. But yeah, tomorrow 10 a.m. 7 to 11. And we've added some new scopes about there's really nice scopes that drink. You know, the road inch stuff.
Oh.
You'll see them, they're nice. They're nice touchscreen scopes.
Man.
That they've added. Yeah. So they've added. No, they still have to set one of their. They have two. You can never go wrong with more stuff. The key scope.
Key sight.
Ones are not bad. They're
They're just not road and short.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why they put those in the first year labs instead of the fancy. No.
Yeah, I do notice getting into later years that the oscilloscope's got a bit nicer.
Yeah.
We had black and white Tektron scopes.
Back in my day, like
Back in my day. It wasn't even that long ago.
Well, not.
When did you guys go to uni? When did you guys go to uni? 2017.
What was the issue?
I have no idea.
It was thinking.
Disabled the camera and then enabled it.
Like the source or just unplugging the plug?
Source.
You just remove it and add it again.
No, I went into properties, disabled, and everything.
Yeah.
Fixed it.
Okay, that's made it worse.
Yeah, you need to re-enable it.
No, because now for some reason it's inverted colors.
That's weird.
Unless the it's let me know if it's
fixed with inverted color.
yeah. Why is it without that?
You resizing it.
What setting that might be?
Is it so? If it's inverted, unplug it, plug it in again.
Apparently there are two different kinds of algae. Like there are two different variations of the ball which are vastly different. Look at this. Look at this.
Is that just in the pictures of the?
No, it's like a complete difference in the amount of pressure.
Oh, that's great.
So,
What's the?
so what did they?
What are you looking at that's showing?
Like a Chief Delphi thread.
Sorry.
A Chief Delphi thread.
So is that the same compliant page?
That's
Or the same, or
No,
within
that's-
the compliant dimensions?
within the dimensions.
Okay,
So
that's
What is there a big difference between both?
yeah, come over.
Oh wow. So that one on the right is still legal.
There's an inch difference in the diameter when they're blowing up.
No, these are both blown up to the same diameter It's just it takes a different amount of pressure to get them to the same diameter.
Oh yeah, I did see.
Yeah, there's
I did see that there was-
inconsistencies in the
Yes.
material that means that some.
Yeah, first specifically. Yeah, pulled that out.
But even Tana wasn't that inconsistent though. It's the same material. That's all.
Whether that's intentional or not.
Malpractice. Don't claim malpractice on what can be explained by stupidity.
Well, no, it says
That's my favorite one.
You
My
mean
favorite saying.
malice?
Malice, my bad.
Malice?
My
I was
bad.
gonna say don't claim malpractice. You don't. You take a doctor to court. Your Honor, in my defense, I'm just fucking stupid.
I don't even know how I graduated medical school. It's not malpractice if you don't know it.
it's true.
Wasn't your computer up?
That number went backwards. It was 21 before. What happened?
Oh, it restarts and does different parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a very
does-
substantial update, and
it
it's not even
does.
like a slow laptop.
It does say it may start.
Oh,
may
it-
start the
multiple
computer a few
times.
times.
It's probably doing a feature update. That's why.
Yeah, Windows 11.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a feature update for Windows 11 for like 2024-ish, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Or it might be 20. It might even be 20.
So,
Yep.
question: what else can we do today apart from? Is there anything?
Yeah. Yes. The next action.
Or do we have wood and tools to cut wood?
Those sort of went back to the lab.
Yeah, when it was threatening to rain. It's here.
Right, gotcha.
And then the rain hasn't rained.
It missed us. Yeah,
Someone scared.
Yeah.
we scared it off.
Without Shia, robotics rules.
Okay, cool.
So
I'll
what
keep-
what sort of thing are you looking at trying to do now?
I was gonna say if we could start manufacturing this part.
You want that out of wood or polymer?
Either. Honestly, it's not like it's going through a whole competition.
Okay, that probably would. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we want to end early and then hit it hard?
We said that yesterday.
Yeah, but
Pretty
gonna
much
be an
what-
air con lab tomorrow.
And it's going to be raining. It's going to be 23 and not 33, and it's
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
all of the resources.
I guess I'd like to get as much of the cat done today.
I don't think like my moment's slowing me down.
I just mean whoever. Look, if you think you can hit it hard tomorrow without ending early, then it's up to you. Anyone else, I guess.
Is there anything that needs to be that's like really simple that needs to be cut? Yes.
Like the mounting for the elevator to strike.
Is there anything that needs to be 3D printed?
I've got a bunch of spaces. that need to be through.
Yeah.
If you share it with me, I can get
When
that.
I was in Wolverine, I've never been but
I know. I'll ask.
Wait, yeah. Oh, no, that's all fine.
There's no space out.
shit.
What's your email? I'll add you to the. Ding dong. Ding dong.
Here's the first one. Because this would
if you work out what time you finish, we've then got to decide what we do for dinner.
What, tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Well, if
Are
we're
we
ending early, then I
finishing-
guess it's dinners.
Yeah, people
Your
go
own
on.
thing. Tomorrow, order pizzas.
Yeah,
or
well,
something.
we'll order them and I'll go and pick them up. I'm not prepared to pay the extra or double the price just to get them delivered.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for tonight if we are finishing early because I can continue doing this back in our hotel room.
Right.
Do we want to
Want to get dinner?
I have to get dinner anyway. I didn't bring a packed lunch from Canberra, so
No, yeah, I'm fine for that.
Yeah.
And we can just, if we're planning to stay late in the lab tomorrow, we can just get some. Yeah, should be fine.
What was that?
Pizza tomorrow for dinner.
What was that burger place somebody mentioned yesterday?
Burger Town, it's probably worth doing a run up there because they might be closed for post Christmas time. Still.
How's that look?
Yeah.
Well, yesterday they were closed, but they said they were closed on Google. Today they closed.
It's supposed the entire week.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? I mean, obviously we can't do a barbecue tomorrow for lunch. What do you wanna do?
There's campus, it's okay. Stuff on
But
campus.
I mean, money.
otherwise, yeah, so BYG is a thing.
River Rio gets pretty hot.
There's even a 20.
When would you like to know about that? Yeah, what? Sorry. I just need to check the art stuff and see if we want a barbecue, I can try this. Otherwise, we can just get. Yeah, there's stuff over at campus that's open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be alright.
And it's reasonable prices. Yeah, GYG.
I've never been to GYG. I've been to Zambi. I didn't go. I got HKs.
Walk up and use them.
There was a campus of
Then we
food.
have-
Yeah. I got a burger.
More will be raining tomorrow. Yeah, let's.
Yeah. We have a giant burger plus their name both their names are Boogie. Yeah, both their names are Boogie. Yeah, it's true. I think vacating.
Yeah, one.
And take all our stuff with us.
Yeah.
At this stage, I'm looking at, there's probably at least one trip in the morning at night. So Joel and I will come straight in the morning and see what's.
What else needs to go?
There's 3D printers, there's a robot, there's.
This looks like one trip.
Yeah, I reckon it's one trip. See one tripper.
Depends on how I can take everything around the 3D printers.
Well, once my 3D printer goes in a box, it's just.
Yeah. Friday tonight, I can come, rather than me taking them tonight, them sitting on the street in the van.
Yeah.
I prefer to leave them locked in here and
Yeah.
we'll just come and collect them and then drive around.
Do we in terms of what to get Neil's parents, like do we know what they like? Are they like wine? Do they like
Neil, we need you. They do drink, I know that.
we've come to have an intervention?
We're going to interview you.
You gotta stop doing all that coding, man. It's ruining your brain.
So what exactly is interview?
What we need to know from you, it's 20 questions. What do your parents like?
I see.
They like I see, okay. Can we be more specific than I see?
Like what do you think? Like what type of thing do you
Biscuits, there's chocolates, there's wines,
Fruit basket.
fruit basket.
Flowers, dad.
Is there anything down here that I like it.
Might as well be fingers.
Basically.
I'm just taking completely stranded. Snacks / chocolates.
Dark chocolate, white chocolate.
Do they have a specific brand like mint or like mint?
Okay, we can do that.
That's pretty elevated.
Bottle red, bottle.
I'm happy to buy the chocolates. I've got no idea about alcohol.
Meaning,
Somebody else will have to do that.
no, I don't drink.
What is it?
I drink only the most garbage cider I can.
My dad.
Just remember, we have budget.
Yeah, I'll be like.
$1 million.
So, Dad, which one don't you like that I'd give away?
He understands. But it's he doesn't.
That's the review. Part 1 done. Yep. Part 2. What are we eating?
What's night?
Yeah, tell me what's good.
Well, it depends what time you want to finish here. Obviously, you've got to eat in.
Right now it is 6:31 p.m.
Are we doing
Live
something?
stream chat. Whoever's still there.
Yeah.
What's for
Yeah, we
dinner?
need like
At least one person.
this all.
There's one person. That's better than no people.
Hey, what should we get for dinner?
For the opposite direction of the way the draw slides extend based on your level button.
What?
Oh, I didn't wait for you to put in the extension axis. So I put all down there.
And in the morning, I'll bring the van around and we'll load the van and take it straight.
Let's ask my phone.
So-
Hey Siri, where should we go for dinner?
3 viewers right now.
We can't stop live streaming. We have 3 viewers.
So what do you think about the live stream?
Yeah.
Wait, is one me? I think one is not me.
What do we do, Nick? What do
Oh,
we
that's
need
the
to do
wrong one.
between the latest one?
Because when I open the doors, it's probably
Sorry.
Yes, make sure it's.
I don't
You just drop it on the phone.
I've been looking again. Excuse again.
Really?
Yeah, I don't need windows anymore. And arms just.
Better.
Okay,
I'm
but
sorry.
I only needed windows during the
Yeah.
inventor.
And solid work.
Nah, my uni was too cheap. In fact, we were too cheap for inventor. They only taught us AutoCAD, not anything actually.
You just
You can
imagine.
use yes.
I can't. I've got no mind's eye. I can't picture anything in 3D, so I see a 2D shape. And
Looks good to me.
it's good to me, though.
that should be correct.
It's a Windows coma, man.
We're up to
I don't know
I'm
if it's
going
coming
100
back.
jacks, but I'm in
Hasn't been
Sydney,
stuck on
not
20%
anywhere
for the
else in
last 30
Australia.
minutes.
So
There-
I
No,
gotta go
it's-
see the demo.
It was on 17 for a while.
What's it called?
Or-
The 3D?
It was on 21 at
Yeah,
the earlier
okay.
point.
If they're open, 100% jack.
Yes, Queen.
Should be fun.
Let me go somewhere that's.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're not on campus. We're nearby though. Do you know Max? You remember Max?
Yep, that's great.
We're just like up the metal staircase, and
Yes,
then
sounds
like
nice.
I can
200
go,
meters past that.
can go
You wanna
meet
get
him
moved?
somewhere.
Wait, so where are you at the moment? The wood can come meet you. So you know the staircase right next to and like Enge that goes up to the street next to it,
No, tell him right next to Kirby.
right next to Kirby. Yeah, the wood will meet you at the top of the stairs. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah, you'll see the wood if you'll see in like 1 minute. It's like a 1 minute walk.
1 minute to get to the top of the stairs from here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Bye bye.
Did we get anyone voting through documents? No.
standard.
I mean, there's nothing that impressive here from the scene. So, okay, I guess it's an advantage. Why? Oh, I'm not allowed to set a negative limit.
That wasn't yes to you.
I know.
You can reorient and make.
I forget.
I want to align it at a specific edge because then it's already in the right position.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a way for me to shift along because it only gives you X and Y. You can't shift it along the Z axis. Like X, Y. But I want to.
Yeah, Z is where your limits are associated.
At the moment. Oh no. At the moment, I have it working like. Wait. Yeah, at the moment, I have it working that way. Which is the wrong way. It needs to be doing this in the opposite side. So what I was going to do, I was just going to swap the limits. But it gets unhappy. What, flip the primary axis and then that's and all that? I don't understand. What are you doing? Why is it like this? I hear Max. Hello.
Thank you. I just thought I'd say hello. Pardon? Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably not.
Very cool.
Where is the?
Yeah.
This is the. Oh, there we go.
Was that from? Sorry?
Yes, Raspberry.
Click the link that Jesse sent.
I'm still the blood in that bag. Doesn't say my dude.
What?
Doesn't say my dude.
Jesse.
Oh no, yeah, no. I think it was saying that doesn't say my deal.
Scene.
Sometimes I can't tell if the CAD silly moments are because of me or the software.
Yeah, exciting. Answer. Is there any strong reason for the particular dimensionality of this right?
What rectangle?
This rectangle.
Yes, there is.
Like, why? Just in terms of with the connectors.
Oh, you only really need it to
It aligns ish with the
Do it in the assembly where you can move them. So we want this top edge to start at the very top of the thread. So we essentially want it to start in place in this case. But we don't want it to be mated, because otherwise we lose the ability to move it.
if it's mated to the bit that moves around.
Yeah.
Hit solve and it'll figure it out. You might not have constrained that.
That's just still the opposite direction. No.
It doesn't say.
Whatever. I swapped it around and it's still not working. So silly.
Just a way to manage elevators. So if you go to the elevator, you'll notice that there's no actual mounting mechanism for it on the drive.
Minus 40.
If you go into the field test assembly,
I'll do this.
Yeah. Oh, so open up.
I need a flip primary access.
Assembly can be honest.
This is not mounted to anything, and it's mounting here.
So dumb.
So the way it'll mount is if we go into the field test, it'll take a sec to load, but if we have a look at you see how it's mounted to just a square that looks vaguely like a drivetrain? We need to import the actual drivetrain and figure out a way to move the elevator to that.
Okay.
Come on.
It's a bit complex,
Please.
but I've been putting it off because equally this is something that we can just figure out after we build it.
Yeah. Yes, I'm happy to do something that's not.
Oh. Why was that so difficult? For some reason, it was trying to set a linear slide, and for some reason, it's only letting me slide in, like,
The wrong direction.
yeah, until I flip the axis. But when I flip, there's no easy way to flip the axis without, like, it then moves the part as well. Like, even though no matter which way you select an axis, it's always positive in one direction until you flip the axis, and when you flip the axis, it flips the part.
That's
Like in Fusion, I would never have that problem. And like in Fusion, I could have gotten around that by doing, like, even if like the lines weren't working out when I wanted to keep it aligned, I could have selected between two faces, and then would still give you like the center, and I'd still have the right axis. It's like, no, it's still going in the wrong direction, I think. I don't get what it's doing. Why is the slider still in that direction? So rotate about X includes rotating the axis, I think. So you can't rotate the part separately from the axis.
I know you can realign mate connectors, but I don't know how that would behave.
They definitely have industry software thing. You shouldn't need to sign up for Onshape. You use the link that Jesse sent me.
There's a home version.
Yeah, so you can use Onshape for free as long as you're happy with your documents being public. If you want your documents to be private, you have to either get an educator or a professional one. But otherwise, there's no feature restriction.
So like when I don't have limits, it'll work. But as soon as I add limits to part, it starts to mess up. Just don't understand.
Yeah, that's a little.
Dumb.
What?
Constrain this to get some metal to
Ah, huzzah. Finally, well, that could be in.
my foot
attack.
Purple.
How long have you been getting that one part?
Mates have been driving me insane compared to fusion joints. That for some reason I can't set limits on this slider. That I can't set it between negative limits. You're not allowed to use negative limits at all, which I can kind of understand.
Can't you flip it?
But I've been trying to flip it, and it's still like the direction of the limits doesn't change. I want to just like change the direction of the slider, but the positive axis I think is constant.
I see.
I feel like I'm not fully understanding it, but I've been working on it for like half an hour.
YouTube kind of is what I'm saying. It's dinner time. Places to go because no one seems to.
All is sadly unavailable. I am optimistically keen for whatever randomness Chinese place YouTube were recommending yesterday.
Would you have to sit down with my feet?
And this is loading. Yeah, the basic Chinese option is delicious Chinese. Oh no, that's the name. And that's also what the name is in Mandarin.
The elevator's going at 90 or we
Nah, it'll be straight up and down.
particular.
Perpendicular.
Why particular?
Oh my gosh.
So
Try now.
Oh, that's why. The reorder items button doesn't reorder them for you, it just allows reordering. So I was clicking that expecting that they would swap, but they're not.
I don't know. I'm sorry. We'll be doing some pretty major changes to it, but you can just do it in the same document. Just do it in a new, like a new art studio.
Okay, this is actually animating properly. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a climber. Maybe build a slide.
Slide.
So, am I? Well, what folder is this? Then, assembly. You're in the same project folder. So this is in the elevator project. And this is all stuff within the elevator project. Right, okay. Deactivating your inventor.
Already have.
Is that laptop not have it?
No. Just fix it.
What's up with the AM14U5? Is this someone's design work?
No,
Oh, so is that for hook?
when you import, you have to. Where is it?
It's an elevator. Are you working on the elevator?
Do I need to 3D print stuff for you?
Yes, I have something that.
So,
3D print.
just
I was just curious. I just saw it. I was like, what is it?
just
No, it's under CAD imports. That's fine.
at least start the 3D print and then maybe we get in it
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
Let me send them to you.
Okay.
If you need 3D print anything for you.
I'm
Oh, and if we
designing-
need any more bunning stuff, let me know by tomorrow morning and I can just pick it up and do it that way.
I haven't designed anything for
Save
the
it for
3D print.
everyone. Oh no. They open at 7 a.m.
How is
It might even be 6. That's a big bunning.
end effector team going? I'm curious.
Yeah, you imported all of that straight into the
How first import.
straight into the elevator document.
I've been added for
All good. I'll get rid of it.
The end of
If not, you can just send me the step file on this.
I've already exported it to an STL.
That works too. Oh, did you report into Fusion?
See, someone put us onto OnShack.
I didn't put you on anything. I just started working and you guys came to me.
You did put some effort into convincing everyone to move to Unshade.
Yeah.
Are we gonna start the cat wars?
Yeah.
Very starchy.
The cat was start to end it for and ended. So
Yeah, there you go.
I'll have you know it was a very level-headed break up.
Nick, essentially.
It's like the ball peckers on Keith's head as he's trying to work out how to do things. So.
Yep.
There you go.
The road marker still.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still working.
How many of those did you want?
Just one for now. It's just a locator piece for the cage, designed so that we can zip tie or otherwise fasten it. But running stuff through a loop.
pretty sure you have what this. You have with you? You don't have that. Why don't you have those? I never saw it.
Can you drag it into the Why are you dragging it out? But I deleted something in the order. In.
More design.
That's a huge thing, right? What it's hard to beat.
It's like I click it and then I click another one and it cancel it. Just add them into folder. And then it's opening and it's opening new tabs. Every
Oh, it's here. Check it. It's actually stupid.
Nice. That's good.
Smooth. What did you need me to do with them?
I've just sent them through to the chat. If we could get 2 of each, would be great.
Cool. Jassy, when I imported it, it says it's too small, and if I want to scale it to millimeters.
Yeah.
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 why can't individual assembly put in mods involved?
That's a change. I think this other.
So, still? Yeah. Okay.
How's your battery?
84%. That should last 30.
Charging?
I was sorry.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
I did unplug my phone.
That might be helpful just to.
It'll take up the maximum of it. I mean, it's not quite.
That's okay then.
Yeah.
Actually, I can leave your phone plugged in. Yeah, I'm leaving your phone plugged in, and then I'm piggybacking my laptop through the battery. Yes. This is awful. Probably. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. 60 watts is plenty. Cheeky. Plug my phone to. I am having the best time. Not so. You're connected, you're charging, you're not blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the contexts are it in the assembly.
So context is iffy.
I think so. It depends when the context was created. I wouldn't worry about it then.
I made this yesterday and finished it today.
Holy
It's incredible. So
Tape measure and card is awful.
yeah, it's the easiest way to do it. So it's a sushi roller, a piece of metal. Today and yesterday, to be honest. This is an incredible. And then you fill the because we know the diameter of the sushi roller, so you can turn rotations into this.
Was this your first idea, or did it take a bit?
No, same thing goes. Sorry? No, it wasn't.
So, do we need anything else to do? Is it just no?
The import of signal, I was just gonna.
You then select.
Wait. Oh, wait.
So you need to do your sketch. You can't use it to do your own stuff.
Okay, it needs to be in the overlay. Yeah, but it's linked. Like it's not.
Have you been having any dropouts on the Wi-Fi? Yeah, you still.
I just finished. So, sorry. Yesterday and today we were trying to finalize our endpoints and the overall mechanism that we're going for. But have you had a rundown on it?
I watched the video.
No, in terms of what we're doing.
No.
So we're doing a single stage elevator, and then we have a scoring like mechanism for the you can probably just look at this computer. Yeah.
There you go.
This was the sketch before we actually did that. All right, back to this. So that's for the algae. So the problem with the whole idea of we don't have the reef here anymore. With the reef, you need to remove the algae before you can put the coral on. And the coral and algae can't be touching each other, although like the points don't count because coral does from algae.
Oh yeah.
So we have one attachment. We have one minor mechanism for algae, and we have one minor mechanism for coral spore. For coral intake, we're intaking from the coral station at this angle. Oh, I didn't press enter. Thinking. Sorry. So we intake from the coral station, and then we can rotate this around and then release it onto there. And same thing with that height, or like dropping into the straight as well.
Sick.
This is a little end effector. It's being designed properly right now. The whole idea of this is that one, it stops the coral from falling off once we actually have it. So it's like we receive it.
Yep.
And then we can tilt over, because otherwise when we're trying to line it up, it'll just fall off.
Yeah, so this allows you to
until the last minute, and then we go and like go over.
Yeah, perfect.
There's an extra idea that we're trying to do this, which I was being pedantic about for quite a while. We have a robot that's 1.5 meters tall, and we're trying to locate either this. We're trying to get this 10 centimeter diameter hole to a 4 centimeter diameter pole, while this is like 1.5 meters tall on a tank drive. But if we can make that process easier,
yeah, you need to.
It'll be a lot better. So to make it reliable, I've come up with this sort of idea where we can have a claw. So basically, it's kind of like an umbrella or like a flower. We can open it up and then line up with the. I'm not going to like use this with the pole. You line up with the pole, and so you can be kind of close. And then as you close, you mate pretty much with the pole, and it's a direct path. There's no risk of loss of the game piece.
That's cool.
It's kind of
No, I like that. So if your hand's the destination, and I'm like this,
yeah,
and then you want to do that,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, cool. That's really cool. I like that a lot.
There are some kind of touchy bits, like you need to fit the whole mechanism for that inside the diameter.
Can you just use wires so does the mechanism higher up and then the.
But you need to fit all the joints and the pivot points.
Yeah.
And like, well, that's so we're gonna do it
with just two prongs, or then it's
no, because you need. So we're gonna.
What if you have two prongs with? Never mind.
What we've settled on is four fingers. So it's like a square that opens up, and then we're gonna have a rubber band that goes around the end. Ignore this one, and we're not gonna open it up that far. We're only opening it like 120 degrees. So we have this like square that's say 30 by 30 by 30 that we can now get in the vicinity of, and then when we close that, it'll locate. One of the biggest problems that we were concerned about is the rubber band. So this is going to be like a really tough rubber band, maybe if you like looped over. And one of the concerns that the rubber
get like the gym straps that people use as like those
gym bands.
Yeah, gym bands.
Yeah.
Because you can get those and they can be really weak or they can be really strong.
Yeah.
And dive
The
it in.
thing is, they aren't closed. I mean, I guess the entire not. We'll probably just use standard big bands. You can probably
Use
find
big bands.
and we just put 2 of them on. One of our concerns is that the bands won't be strong enough, and so you'll be able to close. So even if you get even if you like get the pole within your like 30 centimeters square, when you close, your endpoint won't actually move to meet because the pulling force of the rubber band isn't enough. So like the rubber bands would then be making a loop around your hand and the pole, and they wouldn't be with that actually connected.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't it grab on the destination pole?
The rubber band would be on the destination poles, but it wouldn't have enough tension to pull the end of this towards the pole. It'll be like say you have like a big circle here and you close here, and it just closes into a loop instead of closing into one circle.
What, like into an oval?
Yeah. So when you finally try and release the game piece, it just gets stuck on the rubber band, but it's not, the poles aren't connected.
Yeah. Also yeah, that's hard.
So the way we're trying to get around that is just by making it more overbuilt. So we're gonna have a lot of rubber bands, and then we're gonna make the claw arms out of 3mm aluminium sandwiched together to make 6mm aluminium claws. So it's gonna be 4 of those.
Oh,
I'm kind of worried about the mass.
why 4?
Because we
Easier.
agreed on 4.
Yeah, why not? There's no
Because
real.
maybe 3 or 4, and 4, the geometry of 4 is easy to work with.
Why not? There's no real. You don't need to worry about it. That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be using a pneumatic cylinder. So like we have a pneumatic cylinder center that's going to be like pushing them out and playing them. Or maybe pushing them.
Yeah. How does that work?
It goes.
So what's the cylinder power?
It kind of like, this isn't the sketch group. Joel has a proper sketch group, but it's like here.
So is your thing buying stuff or just using what you've got lying around?
No, go to Bunnings.
Oh, see.
Mostly what's hanging around though. We have not needed to buy much.
Good. Oh, I gotta take this.
So now that you've got the slide models, is it working?
Ayla's constrained them, like to the thing. She's just working on the brackets, but yeah, it's like.
Right, so
What was the last part? Oh, so this is how the system works. To open, to close, it's just the
So didn't walk through the day.
Yeah, cool.
So hang on. Does that mean that you'll run out of air eventually, or what?
opposed to coming back up.
You said you have a cylinder. I'm confused.
Can we? I haven't worked with pneumatics before. Do we run out of air?
You have a
compressor.
compressors.
Okay.
So, you've got a compressor.
Your 2 design options is either you have a onboard tank and try and do a closed loop system, or you just put a compressor on board and run the compressor.
You're required to have a compressor on board now. So what's on this?
Oh,
you
good.
can't go.
Okay. What? That's
Probably limits tank size, I guess.
ways. Ways.
They probably don't want big pressurized tanks But
Yeah.
People trying to
get
push the
punched
preferences in order to
Yeah.
Don't have to finish at 8 o'clock and then go and have dinner as a group? Do we want to, just say at 8 o'clock we all go our own way and find our own dinner on the way home?
I'd honestly be keen to get dinner.
Yeah. Be a bad idea to
7:30 perhaps.
Yeah.
Pulling things together, and either we have it here or we go as our own.
I reckon we can all just like we can come up with a group place to go, and if people want to come, they can come. If they don't, then they can get there.
That's good.
Yeah.
But 7:30.
Set them now.
Yep.
So we're looking at wrapping up in 10 minutes. Then we need to pull everything down and tidy it up.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
So maybe 5 minutes to finish what you're up to now, and back up and that's
Yes.
good one. Just so
Yeah.
people can finish their thoughts.
stuff inside.
That's good. I'll convey the message.
I need stuff that I can put on my table. I've been doing.
It's
Oh,
it,
what is it?
and
Thumbnail.
it-
Oh, yeah, so that one's pretty good.
it's like wants to wish the live stream goodbye. Goodbye, live stream.
Bye.
what's the
Don't
word
forget
on
to
the
like
top
and
left?
subscribe. Yes.
Enjoy
What's
the
that?
Pepsi long.
What's it mean?
Subscribe.
It's an extinct ancestor.
Nah.